Yo, what's good? We back at it. It's another video with your boy Sid, and we had to follow through. So now this video is going to be on what are the partile, the applying, and the separating aspects. What does this mean? You know what I mean? So just in case you come across these words, you'll have a little understanding of what it may mean, basically, especially if you see transiting planets in relation to other planets or in one's natal chart. So this is a random person's chart. Basically, I just typed in any time that I could find. So I used June the 26th, 1957, right? And I just used 4:34 a.m. So we're gonna look at this in relation to transits, basically. And transits, of course, are how the planets are moving in real time in relation to a birth chart, right? So now this would be hypothetically speaking on the outer wheel. This is where, let's say, we're using transits for a certain time or in real time, basically, right? Um, it's not exactly real time. I put February the 2nd, 2024, but we're just gonna pretend this was the time being, basically, or the time we're gonna use. So again, it's in relation to the inner planets, right? So let's look at the transiting moon, which we see right here at 9 degrees in Scorpio. And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna show you what it means as it's moving towards this Saturn right here, which is the person's natal Saturn in the sixth house. So now let's say hypothetically speaking, if we had transiting moon moving to this Saturn or any planet that we want to talk about as an example, let's say it's moving. So we're gonna skip forward 1 day. So now we see it at 21 degrees in Scorpio, right? So next I'm gonna slow it down and I'll change it to we could do hours. So we want to move by hours basically. So I put 2 hour intervals. So 21, now it's at 23, 24, 25, 26, right? 27, 28, 29. Okay, now it's entering into Sagittarius. So now we got it right now at 4 degrees in Sagittarius. Now remember, we're looking at the aspect from the moon to Saturn as a planet that we're going to use to show you what this means. So now, in terms of orb proximity, the moon is about 5 degrees until it gets to Saturn, right? If it was going to be making what's known as an aspect or relation to it, the Saturn. So it's a 5 degree orb, basically. And this is what's known as applying, basically, right? When a planet is applying to another planet in a chart, it's moving towards it, basically, in proximity, right? So keep that in mind, just so you know the difference. So now as it's moving towards it, right? Now it's at 5 degrees, 7 degrees, 8 degrees, 9 degrees. Now, when it gets to the exact same degree as the natal Saturn, this is what's known as partile, meaning an exact degree orb or relation, right? Now, once it goes past 9 degrees, let's move it forward. It's what's known as separating. You see it's at 10 degrees, 1 degree past the 9 degree Saturn. So it's separating. It's at 11 degrees now, separating in aspect relation to the natal Saturn, right? And that's how you will look at it basically. So that was a quick little video on what's the difference between applying aspects, partile aspects, and separating aspects. I hope this was informative. You can do this with any planet. And just again, so you know what these terms mean if you ever see them come up in astrology. Um, you can refer back to this video if you need to take notes or anything. All right, y'all. Peace.